What's up, guys? This is Do You Want to Be the Universe here to let you guys know that make sure you listen to the background because in the background will be music, and in that music it won't be just random music that I just happen to have on my computer. Well, maybe some of it will, but some music, an abundance of music will actually be interpreting the character that we're going to be speaking about. So in this case, Icon. So if you pay attention to the background music, and if you know the song or something like that, try to think about what the song encompasses, and that is Icon in a sense. Every song, let's just try to say every song that you hear will have something to do with Icon in some way, shape, or form, and it's up to you to figure out how the song works, whether it be the lyrics, the visual keys to some other music videos, or the title of the song. Basically, the music is supposed to be like what I think about Icon doing whenever I'm walking around with my headphones on, and it's this kind of music that represents them. So, without further ado, let's just start with the actual video. But remember, background music might have something to do with Icon's overall character. Alright. What's up, guys? This is Do You Want a Bit of Brony? You've been waiting for it, and here it is. This is going to be the questions and answers video of Icon, a very infamous famous person on my channel, and I only mentioned him in a few episodes and stuff. And now he seems to got such a following that a lot of people are really interested in my story, and that makes me upset because I'm ways away from finishing it, let alone being able to get a group to animate it and trying to make it this big thing. But for the time being, I'm going to start doing these little things, and plus it'll help with like some original content on my channel like other people are doing on their channels besides doing reaction videos, so this could be my thing. I get to explain to you all the great and lovable and horrible characters of my entire storybook. Starting off with one of the most elusive and by far one of the most interesting characters that have ever walked the face of my brain, actually. So, sorry if there's going to be a lot of hand gestures, but I like using hand gestures when I talk, so that's going to be a lot of that. And if this is going to be a two-parter, because who knows when Pio's going to walk through that door, and once you see him walk through that door, it's probably going to be a different day, because if he's here, I can't continue. But I'm going to go as far as I can today, and I got something special for you guys. At first, I was just going to answer questions, yada-yada-yada-yada, with editing and whatnot. But then I thought, why not I just be like one of those Tumblr guys that get like questions and stuff, and they like draw like their little characters answering them, and I'd be like, I can probably do that. We got a scanner over at the school. It sucks, but hey, it's a scanner I could use. So before we get started, the scanning quality is a little lacking when it comes to the school scanner, so you're gonna see a little smudges, but it's not the paper's fault. It's actually on, like, embedded into the scanner, so you're gonna have those either way it goes. And I'm not perfect, guys. I can't spell very well, so if you do find some spelling errors, either tell me politely, because there are people who really get fickle on the whole subject matter of spelling, and even sometimes you're gonna get characters that spell certain things in certain ways because that's how they pronounce them. But I wanted to like go all out on this, and I drew some some panels of Icon answering your questions, and if I can edit them right, and or Will can edit them right, I don't know who's going to be doing the series, because he already has enough stuff as it is, but as things go on with editing serves, because I used to edit my questions and answers video, and those had pretty good editing. But yeah, I'm going to be doing that and do a little bit of horrible voice acting, and besides, I got a person in the comment section saying, what is my impression of him? So in this video, you get my entire impression of him entirely. And sorry if some characters are jerks to you, because that's their personality. It's not me. Trust me. I'm not trying to push anything, but without further ado, let's get started. What is his name? What is his quest? What is his favorite color? What type of music does he prefer? If Icon had an alias, what would it be? Does Icon prefer doing things in secret or make others aware that he is behind of what's happening? What is his end goal, and why is it his goal? Starting things off with very basic questions. I had more hope for you people. Well, my name to you will be Reginald Leopold. My quest is to document everything in the universe and more. My favorite color is Vanta Black. I prefer classical music. My alias would be Icon. I never keep secrets and never tell lies. My end goal is to save humanity and bestow peace to the universe and all the other places too. Now, let's answer some more questions. His name is pretty much a lot of things, actually. Icon isn't even his real name. The gimmick that he does in my story is that every new person he meets, everywhere he goes, he always, like, introduces himself in a different name. He does this because he really kind of doesn't have a real name. He does have a real name. And, you know what? I'll give props to anyone who can actually think of his real name. I'm talking about first and last name. Not some first name basis and not some last name basis. I want the first and last name if you can actually think of what his last name is, what it could be. Because he does have an official last name. Icon wasn't always just a vessel for nothing. He was a kid once in his life. That's pretty much all I can say about that. But yeah, his name to everybody can be a different name. It could be something stupid, it could be something clever, it could be something that might even hint to future events in the story. He even named himself Canon to another person because he told someone something that wasn't canon. And what he is nothing. So he's nothing that it's like nothing is canon to him. So it's kind of like run-on sentences on run-on things to what his name could be. His quest is to document everything in the universe so nothing can understand it. Because when he has his eyes closed, nothing can't see anything. But when his eyes open, nothing can see through his eyes. His purpose is like that. He just goes throughout the universe and documents things. One of the things that he likes to do is document the more interesting and intelligent things. That's why he hasn't gotten around to humans. Just to spite us. Well, and his favorite color probably is Vanta Black, because a lot of people I make have the favorite color of Vanta Black. And plus, he would like Vanta Black because it's kind of like the Void. So, yeah, if you don't know what Vanta Black is, look it up. You won't regret it. It's the best color ever. The type of music he prefers is definitely classical. If you like My Little Pony and watch My Little Pony, he would just fangasm over Octavia. Icon had any aliases? I think his favorite alias, you know, like different name that he likes to go with is in fact Icon, which is why he prefers that name. Because in the story, it used to be when I was younger, I came up with Icon. You might find this funny. I came up with Icon because from the very beginning he was a vessel for nothing. So when I came up with a name, I did Icon as an acronym. Pretty much like I'm pulling an Undertale Sans deal on you. Icon is actually an acronym. Isolated cocoon of nothing, which was it, and it was this icon, but that evolved from an acronym that was actually pretty stupid because I kind of thought of it when I was 8, so don't blame me on that. But now his name is Icon because he represents everybody. Because wherever he goes, no matter what he does, somebody, somewhere, knows him. No matter what status they are. Innocent bystanders know him. Main characters know him. Side characters know him. Everybody knows him, and when it's either they know him or they will know him sooner or later. And he is an icon. He is a staple to everybody. That's a thing to know, and that's how he works. Does Icon prefer doing things in secret? I'm gonna stop right there. He does not do anything in secret. Actually, he words things in a way that makes people think that he thinks of something, that you think he's lying to you, but he's actually not lying to you. He's telling you the truth in a very kind of like narcissistic voice to make you think something else, and if you do believe that what he says, then he words it in a way that still makes you think something else, like directing you to this place and that place and this place, but he really meant going to this place and that place only because you interpret it in another way. That's what it's saying. He doesn't tell a lie. He's like on a stage, but it's the fact that his personality, what he does, and how he acts is what makes people think he's not telling the truth. But he is, which is a smart deal for a guy who only the truth can fool his victims, you could say. What is his end goal and why is it his goal? His end goal is to document every single thing in the universe so nothing can understand everything in the universe, so nothing can then one day obliterate the universe. Because the only reason why nothing can't obliterate the universe right now is because it doesn't know how things work. Thanks to Icon and documenting everything, it will be able to gain that knowledge. And that's pretty much like the purpose. That's the thing. So that's but his true goal is to protect humanity and establish peace throughout the world. It's like the 5th line he says in my story. I gotta say it to you guys just to see if you will believe that. Interpret it every way you want. So, yeah, that's his end goal in real terms and in his terms. So, yeah. The next question. Character strength and weaknesses. My strengths and weaknesses? Oh, well, that's easy. Well, my biggest strength is making you believe I actually have weaknesses. And my weaknesses are, well, everything you could think of. Because I'm weak to everything. Alright, well, Icon's strengths and weaknesses are as follows. He has no weakness and everything is pretty much his strength. In the story, he once told a guy who was claiming to be a god that I am the god of this realm. There's nothing you can do. You're now in my realm, no longer in that petty realm, which is the realm of, our realm, you could say. And then Icon doesn't care. His major strength, I think he says, his major strength is making you believe he has weaknesses. Because if he makes you believe he has weaknesses, you get your guard is lowered because you probably know what he's weak to. You probably use that supposed weakness and find out it doesn't work, and then have Icon just laugh in your face to have like a moral thing that he likes to do, messing with people, and so on and so forth. But he has literally no weakness that I could even come up with for the sake of the fact that he's metapotent. But yeah, that's his strength, metapotency. I'm gonna get more on metapotency later on in the video, but that's what he is. He's metapotent. You cannot find a weakness for a metapotent being, and that is what Icon is. How do you think Icon would react to meeting Bill or Discord, and could he beat them? Listening to myself, and I dwell on this topic a lot, and your question really got me like constantly talking. I'm trying to shorten this down. If a meeting between Bill, Discord, and Icon ever happened, they would probably hang out because, as what fan art would show you, beings of chaos seem to really get along with each other, even if they have separate personalities. While Discord is playful with his power, Bill is destructive and playful with his power at the same time. Psychotic, playful, two different things. Icon is a little bit of both. So if they actually met each other, I think they would get along pretty well. But as in fighting terms, since you asked me if he could beat him, my straight answer is yes. But my long answer is he would only beat them because he's not at the same level that you're thinking Icon is, and what most people actually kind of thought Icon was when I brought him up. Icon is not a being of pure energy with no weakness. He is not a lord of chaos or disorder like that. He's not any of those things. He is nothing. Nothing being everything and nothing at all. He is everywhere and nowhere. He can do anything and also do nothing at all. He does everything and nothing at the same time. These things are supposed to be said to show you that he's beyond comprehension, and he is Christian God level. And if you don't know what Christian God level is, we're talking about the guy that says if you look at him, your eyes will burn out and your soul will fade or something like that. I haven't known Christianity so much to really understand it that much, but I do know is the Christian God has been said to be the God of all gods, the King of kings, the dude that can do anything with a single thought, snap his fingers, all of which we know would change and we wouldn't even know it. Icon is on that level. He is that. So, just to put it in short standards, yes, Icon would beat them, but I will tell you this, I did not make Icon that strong for the sake of beating other characters. I made him that strong because he's like the foundation of everything that the story is. Every story needs that type of character, but he doesn't have to be the main character. And that's just it. Icon's not the main character. Now, if you want to know if my main character of the story can beat Bill in Discord, have a good fight with Discord, probably lose, definitely lose against Bill. See, at least my main character is not going to be that strong in the end of the series, because I planned out my main character's story arc. But Icon, from the beginning when you meet him, is at that level. He is at that level. So, bluntly, yes, Icon can beat Bill in Discord if he wanted to, without even doing much effort. He's gonna be like Saitama in One Punch Man against the Vaccine Man in the very first episode. Bill and Discord are gonna go off on like a little monologue rant or whatever about their power and whatever they can, while Icon doesn't even wave his hand and then they're gone from existence. That's the kind of thing. That's the kind of beyond comprehension that you have to understand Icon is, but I can tell you that Icon has never always had this power. From the introduction of the story, he's like that, but once you get into his backstory and you see he was at a level where he couldn't even beat a twig. So there's that. So I just wanted to shorten this answer down because I think I went on for like 10 minutes with this subject. So yeah. What's his purpose of being in the story? Being a villain or something else? My role in the story is really simple to understand. I am lawful good, neutral good, chaotic good, lawful neutral, true neutral, chaotic neutral, lawful evil, neutral evil, and chaotic evil, all at the same time. Everyone is my friend, and everyone is my enemy. And believe me when I say I always lie when I say I don't tell the truth to people. Well, Icon is... his purpose is, well, hard to explain. You know those charts that you get on animes? Certain animes and other, like, you know, shows and stuff, they has, like, lawful good, neutral good, pure good, I think it is. I don't really remember those charts, but it's like a chart with 3 grids and 3 below and stuff like that saying good, neutral, and evil. Icon is all of them at the exact same time, because one moment you'll see him in a panel doing something good. In the next panel you'll see him doing something bad. In the next panel you'll see him he's working on both sides. In another panel you'll see that he's not working for anybody. In another panel you'll see he's doing this and doing that and doing that. And here's the thing, there's only one of them. There's no multiple Icons. That was my original intent when I was like 8, but then I was like, wouldn't it be more interesting if there was just one of them and he just like is everywhere? That'd be cool. And that's how Icon's like major like ability to be anywhere he wants to be at any time, to actually give off the illusion there's more of them than you think there are. But there's just one of them. It's not a spoiler. It's not even really heavily mentioned. It's just a thing that I adapted over the years of progressing in the story. Now, as for like his purpose is just to be there. He needs to be there. In layman's terms, if Icon wasn't in the story, I would have no story, because Icon encompasses the majorness of what the story holds and what it means. By the way, the story is called Nobody Cries for Nothing, so try to think about that while I'm talking about Icon, and maybe you might get why he's so like crucially important to be in the story. But yeah, Icon is all those brackets of all those things put together, and that's what he is, and that's what his importance to the story is. He does all that, and he needs to be in the story. He needs to be, and if he's not, that's bad. Alright. Hey bro, it's been a while. It has. Good to see that you're doing well. Anyways, as for Icon, what is his personality like? What is my personality like? Well, I believe you must be a person to have one. They think I'm a person. But it's still a smart question from a smart person. Too bad I've been smart for far longer than them. Icon's personality. Here's something that's gonna shock you, and hopefully my voice acting for his character is not actually trying to uphold, and I know it's bad. I already know it's bad. I haven't even done it yet and I already know it's bad, but as for his personality, it's actually really interesting. His personality is fake. What he's doing is he's acting like a pompous douchebag, or whatever you would like to call as the smart guy, on purpose, because in my line of watching anime and shows, when you have a being that is like a dude that can like shapeshift and morph anything, like those fourth dimensional beings or something from the Marvel series, or was it DC? There's just those beings that can do anything they want, so they have kind of like a snarky attitude, and I can do whatever I want. Kind of like Bill Cipher and even Discord, they have those personalities that says, I have tons of power. There's nothing you can do to stop me with it. Ha 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 ha. But Icon's not actually like that. Icon puts on that facade so he can fool people into believing he's actually one of those types that with that kind of power, he acts like that. But in actuality, it's just supposed to keep them off guard and actually not understand what he's actually doing actually doing to the people around him. So in actuality, his true personality is that of just a normal dude. And his fake personality, that the most personality that you're going to be seeing, is just him putting on that facade. He explains this in the story. It's not a spoiler, so it's not something that you needed to be like, oh wow, maybe you shouldn't have told us that. No, it's actually pretty obvious. If you notice in like if you'll notice from the times I'm going to be putting the Icon talks things in, you'll notice how. Don't you think that he's trying a little too hard to be snarky or trying a little bit too hard to be smart? That's the point. So anyway, that's how Icon's personality like, and that's the personality that you're pretty much gonna be more in depth with. All right, does Icon mumble? Haha, just kidding. There's a reference I'm missing. If I am, tell me because I didn't get it. But anyways, how tall is Icon compared to the other characters? Tallest, shortest, or in the middle? He's about the same size as any other character. I completely forgot I never showed any like pictures of Icon, so many people are kind of speculating what he looks like. And if I am doing the whole, I have the sketchbook right here. If I am doing a whole drawing method of like showing how he's answering, you'll see that he's just like a normal dude, just with like his appearance is just he has a scarf. Yeah, he has a scarf, long scarf, weird jacket thing that I came up with. The kind of spiky-esque hair, mostly closes his eyes when he talks, and just has all-around personality that I still can't explain to you right now. But in the sense that what you mean about his height in like other character standpoints, yeah, he's average, just like probably 6'4". Or is it? Yeah, 6'4" or 6'3". I have a lot of relatively tall characters in my story, so yeah. His interaction with characters, like how his personality reflects off of them and if he's a main part of the cast. Whoa. Trust me, if I explained how my interactions with the characters affected their lives... Oh, they're fine, I'm fine, no need to ponder over it. Let's just say I do nothing to them. Just nothing. Wow, I'm actually really surprised someone asked me the question because the prime definition of what Icon does in the story is bounce off of other people's characters. Like, interacting with characters is Icon's thing. If Icon is anything in my story, it's just that. You asked $1 million question. Congratulations. Man, congratulations, because that was something I didn't expect someone to actually ask. But yes, Icon's interaction with characters actually phenomenally drive the story across. You don't know how yet. Hopefully you can't figure it out, because it is sort of convoluted. But Icon, in general, is a reflector off of other people in the story. Side characters, background characters, foreground characters, main characters, antagonists, main antagonists, prime antagonists, final bosses even. He interacts with characters, and his personality truly reflects off of them. So, yeah, okay. I'm definitely doing like a little thing with that, so thanks. What's his backstory? Does he like dragons? Oh, I have such a tragic backstory. You see, when I was born on February 30th, I had no head. Mom never looked at me, for she was blind, and Father was never there for me, because he died giving birth to my brother who doesn't exist. Oh, so tragic. His backstory is again shrouded in mystery because I can't really say it fully because it's spoilers for how it is, but I guess... You know what, I guess I can word it in a way because you need to know like the context of what he went through and how he went through it. So maybe you might get your question answered along with the other person who asked question answered. Maybe. If I cut it in or say it here. Because Icon's story, his backstory is him. It's him. it has to be explained through the story, not through me. If I explain it here, it's gonna be like, here's the part where Do You Want a Bit of Brony brought up with, because this is gonna be an anime. Even if I had to animate the entire series on my own, I am making this an anime. So yeah, there's that. To the like dragons thing, yeah, he kind of likes dragons. He actually likes the Lord of Greed, who is a dragon. So yeah, dragons are cool with him. Alright, upon further inspection, I didn't know this would be as long as I thought it would be. I'm almost reaching an hour with these questions and editing. So, here's the thing, guys. I'm going to make this part 1, and then I'm going to post out part 2 later. If there's any other questions that, weren't answered, they're going to be answered from the first video. And if you have more questions for Icon, feel free to put them down in the comment section in this video. And tell me if you enjoyed this little voice acting thing that I'm trying to help you understand Icon with. The thing is about that, you know how it's just one static picture of like the biggest picture I pretty much have of Icon, and it's just from that first question that I answered? I was actually gonna do like this thing where he actually answers in like panels that I drew, but in my editing software I can't really like get it into a good resolution where you can actually see everything. So since that happened, I have to stick with one like static picture and just put my voice acting over it. With that being said, I will, however, post the images that you didn't get to see of the answered stuff, except for the ones that hasn't been brought up yet, on my DeviantArt page, and that will be in the link in the description below. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and hopefully you got a little more in-depth with Icon, and sorry if certain questions aren't being answered to the way that you think they're going to be answered, because there's a lot of things that I cannot say, because it is in fact spoiler. Icon is the most interesting character to talk about, but he's also the most spoiler heavy. So if I really get in depth with many things that you're asking me, there's a high possibility that I'm just going to ruin the entire experience of my story for you. And that's something that I would probably hurl myself off a cliff if that happened. So I'm trying my best to keep things as vague as possible, but also trying to meet your needs and standards. And I actually got a lot of questions that I did not even expect people to even really like care about. I'm really surprised. I'm really happy that my characters are interesting you. So yeah, and by the end of this, hopefully we can do this with other characters, and down the line other characters on that. Because I really like to talk about my main character, my other side characters, and nothing, or this is the only character that you care about, which highly understandable. He kind of makes up the entire foundation of the story. So yeah, this is Do You Want a Bit of Universe. I'll see you guys in the next part of the video. And since I already mentioned this like way off in the video, but since this is going to be posted up first, I'm working around Steven Universe reactions. Will has just got through texting me saying that he tried uploading Steven Universe reactions like 3 times, but he keep getting like the blocked in countries thing. And last time when we tried to dispute those things with the method that we were taught to do, we got a terminated channel. So we're trying to work around it the best way we can. Let's just say the finished product to the Steven Universe reactions, so all you Steven Universe reaction lovers out there on my channel, you might not like the sound quality and or the overall picture on the screen. So with that, just be warned. That's how it's going to be. Talk to Will if you really have certain problems that he can probably get around. If it works, he'll probably do it. If it doesn't, he's going to stick with the method that does work. So, yeah. Later, guys.